Hi guys, how we doing? This is Greg from the YouTube channel Growing Older Gratefully. It's about 7:20 here Central Time in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Just wanted to get on here and do my nightly or daily video blog. Last week, Friday, was the day of my surgery, so it's been a week ago today. I call it 8 days post-surgery because I had the surgery. It was performed at 7 in the morning. But like I said, it was a week ago Friday. Just kind of telling my progress. Now, remember yesterday I said, guys, I had a little bit of a scare where I had I had some discomfort in the back of my leg on my left side, which is where I had my hip replaced. And I had discoloration from blood kind of getting, clogged up, if you will, and getting toward the surface. But anyway, the good news with that was I took a picture last night and then a picture this morning, and taking a look at it, things looked remarkably better than they did yesterday. Then having the boss here at home, my wife, look at it, actually she looked at it and she also looked at the picture, what I'm saying, but she looked at it and she said, oh no, tremendously better, because what we didn't realize till the more I had thought about it was, I had said, guys, I had spent a lot of time sitting yesterday, I was driving yesterday, and what I discovered is as I was driving, I was applying, or sitting at home, I was applying quite a bit of ice to it periodically. And I guess what I did, and the more I think about it, as my therapist Hannah had mentioned, ice it frequently. However, don't go past about 20 minutes. And I think what happened to me is a few times I extended that. So I think the combination of sitting on an ice pack, also sitting on my computer chair, and also sitting in the car seat, which normally, by the way, is comfortable. Let's say this, a week after hip replacement surgery, not so much. But anyway, so sitting on it, I think was, as it was freezing, my muscles, ligaments, and so forth, and the bones, it also was cutting that circulation. So I think that's what was going on. So today, waking up, today I felt very good. What I decided to do today, because having been, let's say, inactive for a week, I decided, my wife and I, we had a lot of errands and so forth we wanted to run, so we went out and did that. Now what I did today was, even though some of which I'm sitting in the car for a while, for decent amount of stretches of time, I brought no ice with me. So this way, not even to have the temptation of applying ice to my surgical area. So I will say this, as it's later in the evening, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday, where clearly yesterday I had done something wrong, because I should not have been in that kind of pain and had that discomfort, and clearly not have where it was the discoloration to it. So anyway, back to today. Like I said, quite a few hours of running around. What I decided also was to not do my exercises. Now guys, I'm not trying to be lazy, and that wasn't my intent, but I thought, as sore as I am from as hard of a 57-minute workout that I had yesterday, I'm going to concentrate the exercise to be more of walking. So it all kind of played itself out, because we had quite a few places we wanted to run to. So from parking lots to where we were going, maybe a week or so ago, months ago, a year ago, is not a lot of distance, but a week into a new surgical hip, yeah, it wears on you. But the good news is I was able to do all my walking, in the same time kind of as I was stopping for here and there and doing what I was doing, to also do a little bit of stretching of the hip, kind of definitely making sure that I was keeping things as loose and limp as I possibly could. Now, one thing I will add, what I discovered today, probably about the end of when my wife and I were doing all of our running around, was the fact that I looked down and I'm looking, I'm getting pretty comfortable walking around with a cane. And I thought, that's good and bad. I thought to myself, Greg, don't get too comfortable, because that cane is not something I'm looking to have long term. But don't get me wrong, guys. In the interim, it definitely something you want to have, even if you really didn't need it. It's more for the security, that what if. So I know with me that, I'm definitely going to use it for a while. Then, of course, like I said, probably in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks tops, probably going to have my second surgery. So I know at that point, I'm not only going to be a nursing, a brand new surgery on my right side, but also just a month or so, 2 months into, still recovering on the left-hand side. So I know, quite honestly, I'm going to have my work cut out for me. There's absolutely no question about that. Looking at it, I'm still very positive. I'm still maintaining a good outlook on it, knowing full well that I'm sure that's going to be a heck of a lot of challenges that are going to be thrown at me when I'm recovering one hip and then boom, next thing you know, I got a new one right there, fresh off the burner, so to speak. So I know that's going to be tricky in itself, but I guess that's going to be one thing that, let's not put the cart before the horse. Like I said, that's one of my sayings. That when the time comes, I'll address that when I have to address it. But as far as like tonight, definitely a lot of the amount of walking I did today. I'm tired physically, which then in turn, really mentally, I'm a little worn out. So I think the rest of the night I'm just going to kind of relax. Maybe my wife and I, maybe we'll watch a movie. We do have our 4-year-old granddaughter who's been staying with us the last few days. So she's going to be here again tonight, and that's fine. But that adds its own challenges to things. But I think probably what we'll do is maybe have a movie. But most definitely, I'm going to get off of my feet just to make sure, like I said, because I think that a little bit of a scare that I had yesterday, with a little bit of swelling but more discomfort. I mean, I shouldn't say more discomfort, more discoloration than the pain or discomfort, but just the fact it still scared me, thinking that, wait a minute, day or so from now, who knows what's that going to look like. The fact that it did get better overnight, it did get better during the course of the day, I'm feeling pretty good. To also know that, as I say, respect the process. Enjoy the recovery journey, but respect that process. And I was just doing something that obviously I wasn't supposed to be doing. So I've got to really watch the fact of how much time on my feet, sitting down, how much off my feet. Definitely the ice thing, because I will say this, I do love that feeling of the ice. I kind of move it around all things. I just don't keep it just on the surgical site, but the front of my thigh, the back of my thigh, the side, the surgical area, I love it. So that's why now that I know that I got a little silly time-wise, I do try to keep an eye on the clock to say, wait a minute, I'm getting close to my 20-minute cutoff. Let's get away from that. Let's put this ice, back in the freezer for another time. So at that, I just wanted to touch base tonight with everybody and just letting you know, and that still upbeat. Today probably was didn't really notice too much of a low, any lows during the course of the day. I kind of was just focused on, I think part of it, just stir crazy as all heck, of the days I just been cooped up, and especially the days I was cooped up upstairs on the second floor of my little 2-bedroom townhome, that I was just grateful to get some fresh air and walk around. I'm sure when tomorrow I wake up, I'm sure I'm going to feel that maybe I did a little bit too much walking, but that'll be something I'll handle for a different day. But having said all that, guys, I'm going to cut this video. I always say I'm cutting it short, and it always runs about the same time, but I am going to cut this video shorter. and I just wanted to touch base, let you know I'm feeling good. Have no complaints at all. Tomorrow, tomorrow being the weekend, I do have quite a bit of stuff I need to do. Nothing very physically taxing, but I am hoping tomorrow I am going to incorporate some of my exercise. Hopefully, get some of the stuff I need to get done tomorrow, and then Sunday go a little bit more hot and heavy on my exercising, knowing that Monday I'm back with my therapist, Hannah. And like I said, I want to get ready for her because, like I said, what she had done from therapy 1 session to therapy 2 session was a pretty big jump. So I'm anticipating from session 2 to 3, probably it's going to be the same thing. She's going to throw some curves at me, and probably a lot more week, and we're going to fit anything and everything we can in that 60 minutes. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I want to thank those who have watched my videos and who are watching this video tonight. Definitely, if you feel free, leave me a comment, give me a like, give me any kind of shout out that you will. I'm also going to mention again about our Facebook page, Growing Older Gratefully. Love to have you get on there as well. So with that, I'm going to let everybody go and have a relaxing night, if you will, as I'm going to try to do. So everyone have a good night, and I will talk at you tomorrow. Thank you.